Hello Taurus and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your January 2026 tarot reading for the month ahead for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you and just bear in mind it is intuitive spiritual guidance. I say what comes to me. Now, Taurus, what I've done for this month is I've taken your yearly 2026 tarot reading, which I will link below, and I've pulled out your relevant card. We have the Eight of Cups for the month of January, so I've included that as an influence for you for the month of January as well. So let's start with your angel and oracle messages. Let's start with an angel answer message. What do we have for Taurus? Nice energy. You're ready. You're absolutely ready. You're being told that. Sometimes we don't feel it, but card comes out for a reason. Let's see what we have for you in terms of romance. Message for our lovely Taurians, thank you. Romance angel message. What does Taurus need to hear? Thank you. We have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And let's pull you a money message as well. So you're ready. It's about having faith and trusting. Let's pull you a money message for the month of January. Message for Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear? Thank you. Messages and guidance for January 2026. We have bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps you shift to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. So we have bountiful nature. You are an earth sign. So connecting to nature, doing what you do naturally, is a powerful thing for you. Nature grounds us, gives us perspective, healing, energizes us in some way. It's a powerful energy. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have for you for the month of January. As usual, I'm going to go through the cards week by week, but bear in mind there is divine timing and orchestration in all things. But the messages remain the same. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. Starting with week 1 for Taurus. January Tarot Forecast for Taurus for the month ahead. Message for Taurus. Let's do one more shuffle. Message for Taurus. All right. We start with Earth Energy, the Page of Pentacles. We have the Moon, week 2. Week 3, we have the Eight of Swords. And week 4, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So we're going to pull clarifying cards to go deeper into your message as well, or messages. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you, Angel Spirits Guides, for the month of January 2026. Energies, themes, turning points. We will look at what we get. What do we have for Taurus? What does January 2026 have in store for Taurus? Week 1. Thank you. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Moon in week 2. We have Justice with the Eight of Swords. And we have your major arcana. Always nice to see a major arcana of the sign in a reading. It is the Hierophant. This is the card of Taurus. Very spiritual energy as well. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have for you for the month of January. So your overarching energy, do look at your yearly 2026 tarot reading. We have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is walking away, leaving something behind that doesn't serve you anymore. You've learned what's not working. However you've come to that conclusion, this is an opportunity to leave behind something that doesn't serve you. Emotionally, we can do that, but we can also walk away from things as well. Physically, you might be leaving, moving on to going in search of something better or walking towards something better as well. Because the Eight of Cups walks towards the Nine of Cups. Greater happiness, fulfilment, abundance, satisfaction, contentment. But you're making the right move for you. That's the fundamental energy here. And what you're walking towards is far more positive for you, fulfilling for you, abundant for you. Very intuitive energy, the Eight of Cups. But we've figured out what's missing. You can see the missing cup. It's not the Nine of Cups, it's the Eight. So this is what you have a chance to walk towards by recognizing what's not working for you. Personal, professional, life areas. We can remove ourselves from situations that don't serve us. Sometimes things have run their course and it's just time. But sometimes there are reasons too. So regardless of the situation, what you are being told, you figured out what's not working anymore. And that's a good thing because you can now walk towards something better. I think that you are. Week 1 is extremely positive for you. Page of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. When we see the Three of Cups in this kind of context, it absolutely means that sense of celebration and joy. Reasons to celebrate with those who matter to us. We focus on who brings us positive energy, who supports us through thick and thin. Those who celebrate with us in the good times and are with us in the bad times. And it might well be that you've been through some learning curve on that process as well. Certainly coming into January, there's reasons to celebrate. The Page of Pentacles can be a message. It's extremely positive in terms of good news. So you might be getting some very positive news. It can be to do with things that are practical for you, money areas, property areas, business areas, career areas. So very positive on that basis. But also in terms of starting new things as well, such as starting a new venture, a new initiative, a new path that probably requires some learning, but there's reasons to celebrate that you can finally go ahead and do that. It can also be to do with education, skills development, training, starting in a different kind of career path or starting something new yourself. You know, the Page of Pentacles has a lot to learn. This is just the beginnings of something new, but they're on a path of growth. This is just the beginnings of that. So this can be very positive in terms of education, skills development, bettering yourself, training in some area, but you're on a path of growth. So what you're walking away from is aligning you to a greater path of growth here. It can be very positive news to do with business, career, jobs, property, practical things as well. So however that manifests for you, really, really positive on that basis. I also want to say that this can be celebrating because of something happening with a young person or a child. So there could be reasons to celebrate with a young person and a child as well with this. Week 1 is lovely. It's very celebratory energy. Because you get to leave something behind, walk away from something that doesn't serve your highest good. And there's a real sense of celebration and coming together because something really positive is happening in week 1. The Moon and the Four of Pentacles. It's interesting because this is when we do have to surrender and trust. Because we don't really understand how things are going to pan out, but you understand what you're not giving to. So you're understanding how you're going to move forward here, Taurus, for the majority of you. But this can also be an extremely positive sign for you because you're trusting your instinct. God, Spirit, the angels are guiding you through your intuition. And even though there's a level of fear, doubt, insecurity, the unknown with this energy, and also maybe lessons being learned, a sign here with this energy that there's been history that you've learned from and you've understood not to give to a situation that doesn't serve you anymore. Certainly if you're walking away from something, This would be, I'm doing the right thing for me. I'm surrendering and trusting in the path that I'm moving forward on. And I'm not giving to something that I'm not getting back from. Now, I also want to say with this, it can also be a sign of planning for the future as well. Because if you are, again, starting on a new path, you might be deciding to do things a little bit differently to do with finances. This can be that sense of, you might be wiser for an experience. You understand there is a level always of uncertainty in things that are new and the unknown that you might be dealing with, unknown factors, and needing to save and have money aside for the future. So this can be that scenario here of really being very focused and stable in terms of how you manage money. Can be the scenario in the reading. You might well be doing things differently in terms of not spending on what you used to spend on, being more kind of discerning with how you use and apply money as well can be a powerful thing. Because there's a level of history that's gone on here, and even though you're walking away, I feel for a lot of you there is the new opening up. There is also that cautious energy of now I need to kind of be very careful because you never know what's going to happen. And I need to have some money aside for the future. It's that kind of conversation you might be feeling intuitive for yourself, but knowing it's the right thing to do. The Eight of Swords and Justice here, Taurus. So justice can be extremely positive in terms of contracts, go-aheads, approvals. It can be to do with official go-aheads, official approvals, official feedback, official decisions. Very positive in terms of legal, governmental institutions, official entities. You would look at justice in terms of green card applications, visa applications, contracts of any kind like mortgages or, work contracts in some way as well. So this can be very powerful on that basis in terms of things might feel a little bit beyond your control in week 3 and you just don't know what's going to happen next. But Spirit is telling you that what you've put time and energy into, you are going to get the reward for that. So a strong sense with this energy here of even though things might feel a little bit beyond your control, because it looks with this kind of energy, there's a higher power making a decision in week 3. You might be waiting on some feedback, some go-ahead, some approval, some yes or no. It really can be anything to do with justice, like planning permission even, or you understand what I'm saying. However that would manifest for you. There is that sense of you might have done all you can and you're at a point now where things are beyond your control and there's nothing more that you can do. There's a strong sense in this reading that you've done enough. And it's a sign here of now letting a higher power take over, because justice is very fair. It's as a result of our actions and sometimes other people's if it's more official decisions and resolution. But justice does represent a sign here, if you're waiting for decisions, that you've done enough. And if you just kind of surrender and wait, surrender and trust, you will reap the rewards of your labor. So a very positive energy on that basis. Again, this can also mimic what we see in week 2 as well, if it's you making a decision, because we can also make the right decision. Again, actions and consequences of actions, how we judge a situation, but it's a fully conscious decision. So this can be a very powerful sign here, Taurus, of making the right decision, that I'm not going down that path. I'm not going down that road. I'm blocking this path now because it's for my highest good. It can be a result of actions and consequences, whatever is going on in week 3. It might well be that you're just making the right karmic decision for yourself. It's as a result of an experience that you've gone through and you're deciding that the right thing for you is not to follow through, not to move down a path, is that scenario here. Because sometimes with this energy, we place limitations for a reason. And it feels like because of actions and consequences here. So this can also be you making a decision. Justice is a really powerful, powerful card. And it can be linked with us or wider official entities at play. But when it comes out in your reading, it's generally extremely favorable for you. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So the Seven of Pentacles is all about taking stock and evaluating what you put time and energy into. With this energy here, it's not limited to just money. It can be. I mean, Seven of Pentacles can be linked with savings, investments, how we use our savings, planning in terms of money and savings as well. This is about taking stock and evaluating with money avenues and seeing what do you want to put your time and energy into and what don't you. So it certainly feels here that you're taking stock in terms of money areas. And again, the Hierophant can be very powerful in terms of higher power at work, having faith, moving forward in faith. We can also connect to a mentor, a teacher, a holy person. So again, if you needed guidance in some way, shape or form, to do something that you've put time and energy into, it might well be that you're getting some guidance in terms of how to plan for the future, how to build for the future, what to invest in the future. This can be that scenario. You know, that on a personal level, the Seven of Pentacles, again, we've put time and energy into something and we take stock and evaluate, where do we go from here? What's the right thing to do? So it might well be for some of you here that if it was to do with a relationship, for example, the Hierophant can be linked with the next traditional step, deepening a relationship, a commitment, marriage, long-term commitment, children, home, planning for the future, adoption. I mean, you understand, however this will be for you. So this can also be about, where do I go from here? Is this person that, again, you might feel that you might be with, is this person my everything? Is this my long-term person? If so, is it time for the next traditional step? Or is it time to, move in a different direction and move forward in faith in that way, if this isn't for me? So this can be a powerful symbol in terms of, where do I go from here? I've put time and energy into something here. Where do I go from here? But I do feel that you are being guided in some way through your intuition, can be through a person as well. But absolutely in terms of how you need to move forward is what I'm seeing for you here. And again, if you're waiting for decisions between these 2 weeks, it's a strong sense with Justice, the Hierophant, higher power at work, karmic energies on your side, and a strong sense that even though that you can only do what you can do in terms of put your time and energy into what you can do practically and things being beyond your control, Spirit is telling you just to have faith. Higher power at work in this situation, keep on doing what you're doing, and Spirit will walk with you pretty much hand in hand to likely support you on the outcome that you deserve. Again, a fair outcome, a fair decision, a fair resolution would be the scenario here, Taurus, as well. And this is why we have, you're absolutely ready to do, certainly to open up this kind of new exciting path for you. Certainly feel here, bountiful nature, you deserve more. And that's what you're walking towards with the Eight of Cups. Again, trusting, there are points in the reading, certainly these energies, really around the last 3 weeks of January, where there's a level of intuitive energy, surrendering and trusting, getting guidance where you need it. But you're absolutely on track is what you're being told. And certainly in terms of karmic outcomes, decisions that you're waiting for look very favorable. Spirit is telling you to just keep on doing what you're doing. And again, everything else will pan out, is what I'm seeing for you. Let's pull one more card with the Hierophant. I don't normally do this, but I feel I will. One more card with the Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles. Where is that leading? For Taurus, thank you. Angel, spirits, guides. Okay. So the Lovers, when it's reversed, and it's come out markedly reversed, it can be linked with not being on the same page, but it can be linked with breakups. It's a divisional energy. Something's not working for you. This can be that scenario here. So again, and it can also be to do with partnerships of any kind. So it can certainly be to do with things like business partnerships as well for some of you. The Wheel of Fortune. And again, if this was a breakup, and again, you were going through some kind of official process here, Taurus, this can be a sign here that, again, the right, the fair, the honourable, the true, the right decision will come out. We have the Wheel of Fortune on this, good luck and good fortune, divine timing and orchestration. It represents things turning in your favour. If you're waiting for a decision to come out, an official decision, this is an extremely positive sign that Spirit has your back. Again, Justice, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, very, very positive, higher power energies at play to help bring you likely the right outcome that you deserve. Whether it's business partnerships or whether it's to do with personal partnerships, the same thing would apply. For others of you, again, if it's you making a decision here, it could well be here, Taurus, whether a path is right for you because you don't, there's some kind of blocked energy, and it's figuring out, can we turn things around, or do I actually walk away from this? So this could well be a kind of theme in terms of what is a focus. I mean, the fundamental energy is if you can turn something around, then it's about leaving behind what happened, is what I would see for you. Or for others of you, it can be making the right choice and decision, again, actions and consequences on what you've experienced, the fallout, in making the right decision for you in terms of whether you turn something around with another person or break free of it. Spirit is telling you that you're absolutely ready to deal with this. You know what the right thing to do is for you, and you're absolutely being supported every step of the way here, is what I'm seeing. I also want to say, I mean, when we talk about the Wheel of Fortune, it's also very powerful in terms of luck, windfalls, obstacles being removed. So really positive on that basis too. All right, let's pull you a number, Taurus, and see what we have for you. What do we have for Taurus? What do we have for our lovely Taurians? Thank you, angels, spirits, guides. Thank you. Okay. We have number 96, forgiveness. So forgiveness allows us to release. We can always make peace with the situation and people, but then we choose who and what we allow in our life with forgiveness. It means that we don't carry toxic energy forward. So number 96 might be relevant for you this month. And we have number 88, abundance. Yeah, and that's what you're walking towards. However you choose to move forward in this scenario, 8 of Cups always walks towards the 9 of Cups. You get to leave something behind here and walk towards greater abundance, happiness, fulfillment, joy, satisfaction, heart's desire, success. This is, you're making your move, you're making it happen. Abundance. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Taurians? Thank you. I'm going to pull 2 angel and ancestor cards to finish off your reading for January 2026. We have Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Again, like I said, there could also be someone giving you advice with that card. Let's pull one more for Taurus, thank you. 2 more. Air Guardian, shift your perception. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Yeah, very intuitive energies this month, and you're being told to trust it. Let's look at Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. Move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by family members past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. The elder is the ancestor who comes with a message of healing change. He is an embodied soul, yet he has journeys that go beyond the physical. Therefore, he represents a reclamation of power. When he appears, it is an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond limitations that have been placed upon you. If you have had expectations of success, failure, sadness, or even sickness placed upon you by your family, it's important to know that you are here to create your own story. This card represents personal healing that will bring healing to your family lineage, past, present, and future. Know that you get to decide what you take on, and also know that your ancestors are rooting for you and are sorry for any setbacks they have created for you. Let's look at Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. Take action. Do what you know you need to do. There is an old pattern rising up in you now, and it's time to deal with it and release it for good. You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you'd like to be. You already know the answers. You know what you need to do. You may have been using delaying tactics or holding back, but now you are being guided to take action. Action requires courage, but your angels and guides are bringing you the courage to move forward. Take just one step. When you do, the next one will be presented to you. And let's see what we have with Air Guardian. Shift your perception. Change the way you think, and you will change your whole reality. When this card arises, it's an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You are being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it. Sometimes the mind can play games, and sometimes our perceptions can be wrong. If you are being challenged or feel that there is a lack of clarity and direction in your life at the moment, there's a good chance that the way you're thinking or what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You are being guided to open your eyes and your mind, to go beyond any limits you have set for yourself, and recognize that the way you see yourself and the world is how you will experience the world. Opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will only open up for you if you are ready to do the internal work to support them. Taurus, that's what I have for you for the month of January 2026. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful January 2026, Taurus, and I will see you next time.